Hi, I am Dua Nagar, your math teacher. Welcome in our online videos on المستقبل Language School YouTube channel. I miss you all, but first I wanted to say thank you for all parents who support me by their positive comments, and thank you for all my beloved students and active students who sent me their homework. So please keep in touch with us, keep doing your homework, and keep staying at home to be safe. Let's start our lesson today. Our lesson today is factorizing by grouping. Our lesson objectives: define the meaning of factorization, factorize by grouping easily. We studied before. Who can tell me which types of factorization we studied before? Okay, Selma. Yes, we studied factorizing trinomial, the algebraic expression formed of three algebraic terms. Then we studied, yes Malak, factorizing perfect square trinomial. The three also formed of three terms, but the first term is a perfect square and the second term also is a perfect square, so the two brackets are equal. The third type is factorizing difference between two squares, and this type formed of just two algebraic terms. The two brackets are conjugate. And the last type of factorization we studied in the last video is difference and the sum of two cubes. Today we will start to study the factorization by grouping, and in this case our algebraic expression formed of four terms. Each two terms have a common factor. What is the meaning of common factor? Common factor means a factor repeated in each term. A factor repeated in each term. So here in these two terms, factor L is repeated, Lx and Ly. And here M is repeated, MM. So I will take L as a common factor. When you take L as a common factor, the remainder in the bracket x plus y. And here, when you take M as a common factor, the remainder in the bracket x plus y. Salah, do you note anything here? Of course, you are right. The bracket repeated. Now, I can take the bracket as a common bracket or a common factor. When you take this bracket x plus y is a common factor, then you will open another bracket. The remainder will be L plus M. Again, factorization by grouping formed of four terms. Each two terms have a common factor. So you can take a common factor from the first two terms, then take another common factor from the second two terms. To know you are on track, you must have a common bracket here. So you will take a common bracket and open a new bracket, write the remainder in it. Let's start to solve our evaluation. Our evaluation exercise B. Let's factorize this algebraic expression. But at the first, do you note anything? Of course, Ziad, you are right. Here, A is a repeated factor, common factor, and here B is a common factor. So, from the first two algebraic terms, we will take A as a common factor. The remainder, C plus D. And here, we will take B as a common factor. So the remainder is C plus D. Do you note anything, Yassine? Great job. C plus D is a repeated bracket, a common bracket. so we will take it as a common factor. Open a new bracket and write the remainder, a plus b. Here there is a value, a plus b equal 10, c plus d equal 3, so we will replace each bracket by its value. C plus d equals 3, a plus b equal 10, 3 by 10 equal 30. Exercise number 2, factorize completely. 1. Who can tell me what is the common factor here between a power 2 and ap? Judy, can you tell me? Of course, the common factor here is a. And the common factor here is 2. But here is a only and here is a power 2. So which one we will take as a common factor? A power 2, it means a by a. So I have to take the factor with the smaller power. You have to take the factor with the smaller power. So we will take a, open the bracket and write the remainder. A power 2 will convert into a. And the remainder here is b. Do you got it? Then, when we take 2 as a common factor, the remainder will be a plus b. Yassine, do you know something here? Great job! A plus b is a common bracket, so we will take as a common factor, we will open a new bracket and write the remainder a plus 2. Is it clear? Question number 2. X power 3 minus 3x power 2 plus 6x minus 18. Here, who can tell me what is the common factor between the first 2 algebraic terms here? Selma, could you help me please? Yes, of course, x is a common factor, but here is x power 3 and here is x power 2. Which one we will take and why? Great job, Susu. We will take the smaller power. The smaller power. So, when you take x power 2 as a common factor, the remainder here will be x power 1. How we get it? X power 3 divided x power 2 equal x. Or you subtract the powers. In division, you subtract the powers. 3 minus 2, 1. X power 1, it means x. Then the remainder here is negative 3. And from here, what is the common factor? I can take 2 as a common factor because 6 and 18 are even numbers. I also can take 3 as a common factor because 6 and 18 are divisible by 3, but in numbers I have to take the highest common factor, so I will try to divide 18 divided 6 and the answer will be 3. We will take 6 as a common factor. The remainder x minus 3. Do you note something? Of course, yes. Ahmed, what do you note? There are a common bracket here and we will take it as a common bracket. The remainder will be x power 2 plus 6. Okay, Malak, can I ask you a question? Can you factorize x power 2 plus 6 again? No. Why? Of course you are right, because the difference between two perfect square, the middle term must be negative, and here the middle sign must be negative, and here the sign is positive. Also 6 is not a perfect square. So it is the simple form for factorization. Question number 3. Mahmoud, what is the common factor here for the first two terms? Great job. Y is a common factor. And here, what is the common factor? The common factor here is 7. So, when I take y as a common factor, the remainder will be x plus 5. And when I take 7 as a common factor, the remainder will be also x plus 5. When we divided 35 by 7, the answer will be 5. Yes, of course, x plus 5 is a common bracket, so I will take it as a common factor, open a bracket and write the remainder y plus 7. Exercise 4. Shada, can you tell me what is the common factor here? I know it's very easy. L is a common factor. But here, what is the common factor, Shada? The common factor is M? No. Yes, of course. Excellent. The common factor here is negative M. Negative MP, negative MC. So we will take the common factor L here, and the remainder will be P plus C, and we will take the common factor here negative M, and the remainder will be P plus C. When you take negative as a common factor, you have to change the sign of the bracket. When you take negative as a common factor, as here, you have to change the sign of the factors in the bracket. I take negative as a common factor, so I have to change the sign. B is positive, C is positive because I take a negative sign outside as a common factor. Now I am on the right track. Why? Because a common bracket is here. I will take P plus C as a common bracket and open another bracket, write the remainder L minus B. Great job, Prep 2. Exercise number 5. I can take x as a common factor, and I can take no common factors here. Also, there is no common bracket. Here x, here y. It's a new idea, not something here. Yes, of course, well done. It's a trinomial expression. I can factorize it. So here I will factorize this expression because it's a perfect square. Not difference, but it's a perfect square. Okay. And y will wait. Here, root of x power 2 will be x. The root of 25 will be 5. And the sign of bracket is the sign of middle term. It's a perfect square, not difference, perfect square. It's a perfect square. Okay? Negative y power 2. So, when you find a different term, you will not solve the example each two terms together. We will take 3 terms as a perfect square, and the fourth one will wait. Factorize the 3 terms as a perfect square, then what you note here, it's a difference between 2 perfect squares. I will open 2 brackets, positive and negative. At first, I will write the square root of x minus 5 power 2. What is the square root of x minus 5 power 2? I will cancel. It will be x minus 5, x minus 5. And here, what is the square root of y power 2? it will be y and y. Do you understand it? I will explain it again in another example. Here, can I take these two terms together and the two terms together? No. Do you know why? No common factor here and no common bracket will appear. So we will take three terms together. Note, these three terms are perfect square. You can factorize the three terms by root of the first and root of the third and the sign of the middle term. Root of the first, x power 2 square root equal x, square root of y power 2 equal y, and the middle sign positive. And here 9 means 3 power 2. It's a difference perfect square. Difference perfect square. So open two brackets, positive and the negative. Write the first in the two brackets, then write the second in the two brackets. We finish our exercise. We also finished our lesson today. Let's summarize our lesson today. We speak about the factorization by grouping. There are two types of factorization by grouping, but at first, factorization by grouping, for the expression format of 4 terms, we can take each 2 terms together if they have a common factor and we will get a common bracket. If not, we can take 3 terms together if they are a perfect square. Then we factorize it again as a difference between perfect square. Okay, so please try to solve your homework in page 38 in your booklet and send it to me. I will wait for all your questions and all your comments on my WhatsApp account. See you soon in another video. Love you more. Bye bye.